After a string of student overdoses and a rise in fentanyl-related deaths here in Virginia, state leaders and addiction prevention specialists are teaming up to tackle the problem.
Yeah, they got to do something about this. 10 News reporter Lindsay Kennett joins us now. She's in the studio with more on this prevention effort in the Valley. So what can people do, Lindsay?
Well, it's definitely a troubling trend. There are fake pills that are being laced with fentanyl, and they're making their way into middle and high schools. I spoke with a youth substance abuse prevention expert who says just one pill can kill.
The equivalent of 10 grains of salt. That's the amount of fentanyl that could kill you.
Counterfeit pills are showing up across our state.
Adam Neal is the director of RASAC, the Roanoke Area Youth Substance Abuse Coalition. He says the rate of student overdoses in Virginia is on the rise, making headlines from Northern Virginia to the far southwest corner of the Commonwealth. Just in the past few months, more than a dozen students have overdosed.
Their bodies are not as large as a fully grown adult, and so it doesn't even take as much as 2 milligrams for somebody with a smaller body.
Neal says counterfeit pills made to look like Oxycontin, cocaine, Xanax, or popular study drugs like Adderall are hitting the black market. According to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, 7 out of 10 counterfeit pills seized contain deadly amounts of fentanyl.
People are starting to try to find cheaper alternatives from having to go to the doctor because the doctor might not prescribe something to them.
This week, Neal spoke to PTA members at Roanoke City schools to educate parents. He says it's important to talk about the dangers early and often. And he warned that social media like Snapchat and encrypted messaging apps make it easy for teens to get their hands on illicit drugs.
The opportunity is there, and it's cheap and easy to get. And there's a lot of different ways that they can reach this stuff without their parents even knowing.
His message to students:
never sharing medication, even if you think that you trust that person, even if you feel like it's a family member offering you something, it's really just not worth the risk to share something like medication. And then don't buy drugs that are from an illicit source. If it's not from a licensed pharmacy, then you run the risk of fentanyl poisoning.
I reached out to local school districts to see if they've had any recent school-related overdoses. I'll tell you what I found out tonight at 6. Live in the studio, I'm Lindsay Kennett, 10 News, working for you.